recently my daughter and I lost someone that was really close to us that actually wasn't family but felt like family. And in sharing that news with her, I was a little nervous, but I wanted to make sure I shared the news with her. And just the way that children can just brighten up any situation is just so beautiful. Immediately, she said, well, Mom, you know, our friend that passed away, she was like, she is in heaven making everyone so pretty. Mm-hmm. And I was like, she sure is. And then the next day on the way to school, she said a prayer. She prays every day before she got out the car, and then she said a special prayer just out of the blue and speaking to the person directly and just saying, we're going to miss you, but you're in a better place, having so much fun because you was such a light to all of us. And that's a 7-year-old. So believe it or not, children have a really good understanding of the things that we don't think that they have. Sometimes a better understanding than us. Yeah. Because in that moment, I'm like, she is up there making people beautiful. She will be missed, but, you know, she left so much here that we're excited that she is in the next place that we all hope to get to. And the funny thing she said was, well, we all know one thing, Mom. You never know what these kids are going to say. I said, what? She said, well, she's definitely not in HE double hockey sticks. I said, she sure is. Where did you get that from? So she knows she's in heaven and not in HE double hockey sticks. And it just warmed my heart.
Yeah. Do you mind expanding about how you were feeling the next day and that conversation and interaction of how sometimes kids, when they're younger, they don't really understand how grief or loss of someone can make an adult feel. It can make them feel sad or maybe a little off or maybe feel like they're not able to focus. But again, the importance of communication, allowing them to have, or talking, allowing them to talk to them. Some people don't want to talk to little kids about grief and loss and death. But having that conversation, you were saying the next day with her and telling her that why you felt that way helped a lot.
Yes, it helped. It really did help a lot. And it just made me, again, in that I'm never out of mommy mode. Mm-hmm. So it made me realize, like, wow, I should probably share this with my mommy friends especially, because in that moment I felt so much better. Mm-hmm. And I didn't feel like I was hiding something from my daughter, or if I was sad, she knew why, and all of those great things. So, yeah.
And I do want to expand upon that. It is important to know that when you feel like you're hiding things, you want to protect them. So protection is so important, and being a part of that can really help with understanding what children are ready or can handle. Starting the conversation off about what this means to you, what does this look like to you, is a first step. But children are way more resilient than we actually know. So understanding that you should have a conversation with them about loss and about grief, and starting the conversation off with what you feel comfortable with, and then just increasing that a little bit. So I understand the concern about hiding things because most people want to protect them. And when we go back, I try to go back to some of these words that we've already used, like coping mechanisms. So depending on where you were raised, how you were born, and things of that nature, some people have coping mechanisms where nobody talked about anything in their family, right? Some people just didn't communicate, others did. And so you have to start to be intuitive and in tune with your own thoughts and things that you have had to deal with when you were growing up, and how does that impact your little one. So that's why I want to kind of be a bit of a myth buster, because the kids can really handle a lot more than what we think, and it is important that we communicate with them and we don't hold things back.